Author. She wiped her tears with the back of her hand so harshly her skin turned red. Her breath was uneven, but her eyes were no longer soft. They were angry, cold, done. She stood up slowly, using the sofa for support. Her whole body was trembling, not from sadness now, but from rage, boiling anger. Author. She looked toward the bedroom where Taehyung and Leah had gone. Her jaw tightened, her fingers curled into fist. Her eyes burned with a different fire, Vian under her breath. This isn't Anne. Took a step forward, another. Her heartbeat steady now, not broken. Vian Taehyung, you did very wrong today. Her voice was low, steady, deadly. I gave this marriage every chance. I ignored your anger. I tried to talk. I tried to stay. I even hoped one day you act like a husband. She let out a shaky laugh, the kind of laugh that comes before a storm. Vian, but you didn't. You never did. She moved to the mirror near the halfway and looked at her reflection. Her swollen eyes, pale face, shaking hand. This was not weakness. This was the last stage before a woman races. Vian whispered to herself, voice sharper than a blade. Vian, now wait and watch. Her eyes hardened. You wanted distance, fine. You wanted to throw me away, perfect. But remember, Taehyung, you won't like what happens next. Her breath steadied, her tears dried, her anger turned into a cold, focused decision. Tonight she was not crying because of Taehyung. Tonight she was preparing for the day Taehyung would regret everything. Authors. The entire hall was glowing gold lights, expensive crystal candles, the type of place where every guest smells like money and arrogance. People from top companies were drinking, laughing loudly, showing off their status like usual. Author. Taehyung was in a dark suit, arrogant smirk on his face, one hand resting on Leah's waist, because he genuinely believed today was his day. He had already imagined the moment he walked to the stage. Cameras flashing, everyone clapping for him, the golden son of Kim family. Leah whispered, Leah, baby, you already look like a CEO. Everyone knows it's you. Taehyung smirked harder. Taehyung, of course, Kim Group is mine. It was always meant to be. He held his champagne glass like he owned the world. Author. The host finally walked onto the stage and tapped the mic. Host, ladies and gentlemen, attention please. Everyone stopped laughing. All eyes went to the stage. Taehyung straightened up, adjusting his suit, ready to step forward the moment his name was called. Host, today we announce the new CEO of Kim Group. Taehyung lifted his chin slightly. Leah tightened her grip on his hand. Host, please welcome the new CEO, Miss Vian. The hall burst into loud clapping. Taehyung froze. His mic dropped so fast it almost looked pathetic. Leah's eyes widened and she whispered, what the hell? Taehyung didn't move. He just stared at the stage like someone punched the air out of his chest, because there she was, Vian, walking through the crowd in a black dress that hugged her body perfectly. Confident, calm, powerful. Chin up, shoulders straight, eyes cold, no tears, no fears, and absolutely no sign of the broken girl crying on the floor earlier. Author. The crowd kept clapping louder for her than they ever did for Taehyung. People were whispering, isn't she Taehyung's wife? She looks stunning. She's the new CEO. Dumb. She walked like she owns the room. Taehyung's jaw clenched hard. He wasn't just shocked, he was humiliated, and you could see it clearly. Author, as Van reaches the stairs of the stage, she didn't even glance at Taehyung, not once. That hurt him more than anything else tonight. Leah leaned near Taehyung and hissed under her breath. Leah, why the is she CEO? Taehyung didn't answer. His eyes were glued to Van, like he was seeing a completely different person. Authors, and deep inside, for the first time in 8 months, Taehyung felt threatened. Author Van walked up, stepped with steady heels and calm face. No shaking, no guilt, no fear. She took the mic like she been born for that stage. Van. Good evening everyone. My name is Van. Thank you for being here tonight. Her voice was clean, confident, not the broken wife Taehyung crushed every day. Author, this version of her was unreachable. The entire hall focused on her like she was the only person in the hall. The host stepped forward again smiling. Host, congratulations, Mrs. Kim. Now I would like to invite Mr. Kim Han, the owner of Kim Group, to present the official appointment. Author, the hall erupted in applause. Again, Taehyung's father walked into the stage, proud, smiling, wide, like Van was the biggest achievement of his life. He held the official CEO appointment file, CEO badge, authorization seal. Yep, this is your prize. In business events, there are what CEO receive. Authors, he handed them to Van with both hands, a gesture of respect. Then he announced loudly, Mr. Kim. This is my daughter-in-law. He paused, looking at the crowd with pride. Mr. Kim, she's perfect in work, in discipline, in loyalty, in everything. The entire crowd needed in agreement. He continued. Mr. Kim, she brought her father company from failing stage to top one position in just 2 years, and now I trust her with Kim Group. She deserves it. She earned it. Author Van bowed slightly with a calm smile, elegant power. Meanwhile, Taehyung stood far from the stage, jaw looked, face clenched, eyes burning, blank face outside. Straight anger inside. This was the first time in his life. Author, he was not center, wasn't the chosen one, he wasn't the winner. He was not the Kim every was clapping for, and the humiliation that came from his own wife. The same woman he showed, insulted, ignored, broke. Leah whispered. Leah, didn't say something. Why is she the CEO? This has to be a mistake. He didn't even hear her. His eyes were glued to Van. She looked untouchable on that stage. And for the first time ever, Taehyung realized he didn't know his own wife at all. He underestimated her. He disrespected her. And now she stood above him. Author Van lifted her eyes for a second and looked straight at Taehyung. No emotion, no softness. Just a cold, clean stare. That's sad. You should never broken me, Taehyung. Stomach dropped. His ego cracked for the first time. His world wasn't falling apart. It was flipping. Mr. Kim, Taehyung came here. Congratulate Van. The entire hall turned to look at Taehyung, jaw tightened. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to stand beside the wife he had humiliated all years. He didn't want to congratulate the woman who just snatched the position he believed was his bride. Author. But he had no choice. He went stiff, forced a smile on his face, and walked toward the stage. Each step felt heavier, louder, more humiliating. He stopped next to Vian. She didn't even look at him. That stabbed his ego deeper. Mr. Kim smiled proudly, completely unaware of his son boiling anger. Mr. Kim, go on, Taehyung. Taehyung swallowed his pride, looking straight at Vian, and forced the fakest smile anyone had seen. Taehyung, congratulations, Vian. Vian didn't reply, not a note, not a smile, nothing. She simply stared at the audience arrogantly, like she didn't even hear him. Author. Taehyung's fake smile twitched. You could see it cracking. The hall saw the tension, the bitterness, the humiliation. Then Taehyung stepped back, jaw locked, eyes darkened. And without waiting for another second, he turned around sharply and walked off the stage. Author. His shoulders were tense, his face clenched, his anger obvious. He walked out of the party area like he was seconds away from exploding. Leah quickly followed him, heels clicking behind him, whispering his name desperately. But Taehyung didn't stop. Author. He didn't even look back. He had just realized one thing. The women he used to treat like nothing just destroy his ego in front of the whole allied society. And she didn't even blink. Now he was the one left behind,